Good morning, Trinity family, and welcome to Vision Sunday. As we cast a vision for the future of Trinity, we want to look back at some of the fond memories that we have from our past. And I've got before me today one of our charter members, Ima Gean Gerald. Ima Gean was one of actually 10 adults. There were 5 couples that came over from First Lutheran.
Right.
It was you and your husband Billy, and you had Janine already at that time.
Yes, she was 2 years old.
And she's still a member of the church.
We're very active, very, very wonderful. She said her daddy would say, "Got to do it."
And we're sitting in her backyard.
Here we are in her backyard. You're right.
Ima Gean. From 10 people, 5 couples, and some kids, Trinity went from being a very small mission plant to actually we're the largest church in the Southern District now.
Are we really? Well, it's like we did work hard. We did all the everythings that had to be done. But Walter Zammit was the back of all of it, and he was a good leader. Pushy, but we did it. And we all had our own talents and stuff, but it was a very fun thing. And I think with all of us, we were still young, but the background even of the Zammits were from way back, parents and things too, that they were very active, and that's what you did. So it just, you brought the love out of people, and you grew with that. And the older you get, the more you love your church. So that's one of the things there.
Now, in your wildest dreams, did you ever think we'd have over 400 families?
No, we would not. I would not think that, because there's so many churches, even though in our Lutherans, had other churches. So no, I don't know that but when we grew, we outgrew pretty fast. And it was a wonderful feeling that you were ready to start getting bigger and bigger, and now we're ready to get more bigger. So it is, and it's wonderful to see it. And I think I look forward even to seeing the new one, if I live that long. But I mean, I can see it's going to be okay. And the people that we were, they got people coming that will do it. So that to me is what it is. It's a dream again, but it's also a dream of younger people coming in and doing the work. And that's a good feeling, because we are Christians and you grow in your faith.
Amen. Ima Gean, what has Trinity meant for you over the last, it's been 58 years?
Sunday school, Bible class, anything that went on, you did it, and you enjoyed doing it, and you could see the children with VBS, how much they enjoyed it, and it was a pleasure working. And actually, Dot Zachariah and I worked over 25 years doing these same things all the time. And it was like we were buddies, and we knew exactly what each other had to do or was doing. And that was a fun thing. And then I counted money ever since we started. And I was still counting money till Louise Bradley, she fired me.
You remember what Dot Zachariah said about my violin playing?
Oh yes, Dot said, "Oh, Pastor, don't take lessons. Just let it go."
She actually said, "Pastor, take up the drums."
Oh, she'd tell it like she saw it. But I have to say, you made a comeback and did good.
Well, this isn't about me after all.
I know, but it's part of the church.
Ima Gean, we were just reminiscing a bit ago about Easter sunrise services. And
yes.
Can you tell me the story about the guy on the roof?
Well, I mean, I'll say Saturday, the 5 couples were doing the work and, just going up. Then they decided, okay, where's the sun going to come up? So Saturday morning, my husband was the one got up on top of the roof, and you'd hold your hands out, and stuff. And it was really funny, because it was a joy to say, okay, we're doing just what we should do.
So you knew where the cross was going to...
Well, the way the sun was going to hit it, you knew how to, put everything.
And then you set up the chairs?
Yeah, the chairs were set because you could sit them this way or that way. So you knew exactly. And then it got cold sometimes, and got rainy, but, we just keep rolling.
And how does it make you feel that Janine is so active in the church?
Oh, I'm very, very proud of her, because every time she's asked to do something, I'd say, "Oh, you're going to take on something else again?" She said, "My daddy would want me to." So that's it. And she loves what she does. She likes the people that, she's working with, and you are meeting new people and stuff like that. And that's a challenge. But she loves what she does for the church.
Excellent.
So.
And so in 1957, when you all started the church, you took a leap of faith,
Yes, you did.
and God provided.
Yes, he did. Because you really thought, oh gosh, I mean, I go to church, and all this too, but what are we going to do out there? And the place was a growing place because it was a country out there, really. And it had the little house out there, and you worked hard to do that, and you went door to door and all that kind of stuff. But, it was such a joy to see it. And then, like I said, over the years, it just kept blooming and blooming, and then we just saw, and then of course the people, it got scarce of being the closeness that we had. But we had really fixed a place that it was, because we cleaned everything there. So, but no, it's a wonderful feeling, and I feel very proud yet of knowing what had happened with these few couples.
What has that experience, or what did that experience do for your faith?
Well, I guess you'd say maybe you wouldn't have gone as far as you did, because it's easier to not do than to do. But to really be active in your church, you have to be. That's what makes it, and that's how you meet new people, and you grow. And that's why they split up the different, Bible classes and different things like that, so you could, grow. That's what it's all about. So that's what I say. We knew on Sunday mornings you went to church. The kids went to Sunday school, you didn't ask, they went to Sunday school. So that's really, and then now it's even, I'd say, much stronger, because we're in a bad shape now. And I think that we really have to have faith and have plenty of prayers.
Now, what encouragement would you give to the people that are going to have to do the work in the future to grow the church and to bring more people in to learn about Jesus?
Well, I do think that you have to work at it. You got to make phone calls. I'd say the men hit more doors than the women do, but that that you go to church with your children. They go to Sunday school, you go to church. And that's part of it. The children don't want to go if the parents don't go. So it's growing with that. And after confirmation, it slacks down, and say that you lose them for a while, but then if they're really good, they're going to be back. So that's the whole story to that, I think.
Okay.
So, yep.
Ima Gean, what has Jesus done for you?
We've gone through good times, we've gone through bad times, but I never doubted that he was there. Because right now, with me being sort of disabled, I'll drop something to do this, do that, and I'll say, after 4 or 5 times, I say, okay, Lord, let's get with it, and he'll get that TV going, or something else, and, you just trust it, that's all. But you also know that you have to share, like you go to the grocery, and somebody in the front of you, in the back of you, you can throw a few things out at that, and, it just, you kind of live, I guess, your faith. So that's part of it, too.
The hope that we have
Yes.
needs to come out of us.
That's right. You don't just go to church on Sundays and go home. You meet people in the groceries or any place you go out. If your kindness to them makes them feel funny. So, we have had a lot of back talk to us about how nice we act. Well, we love being nice to people. We also have our bad times too. But truly, it's a pleasure. And it's a pleasure to see people, even when they get sad about that, they come back. They realize this is their church. And you can't run away from your church. I think that, say I'm changing churches, that's not the answer. You don't have to be friends with everybody. And you won't be with a big church. But you also are there for yourself and God. And that's where you be.
Amen. Ima Gean, it's just been a pleasure being with you this morning, and I just want to thank you.
Well, I thank you for asking me, because I'm not much of a talker. Yeah, I am a big talker, but not for this. But, and I know Janine really wanted to do this because she's very happy with all this, and it's a bad time for her to be laid up, but she'll be right behind you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ima Gean.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Trinity. God bless you.